Well, congratulations. Thank you for making it. I know it's a bit of a time, but I appreciate y'all. I understand we were a little bit light on players last week, but we still managed to get some stuff done. Fox and Jackson were both absent for the latter half of the night, as Fox got a few clients at the end of bar, and Jackson was taken off to Jackson's room so that Lily could give a Salubri history lesson. It's up to how much you read the wiki to see how much you actually absorbed of it and how much just flew over your head.
Hey,
Uh,
kid, want to hear about biblically accurate sow lot?
oh god.
Oh dear.
For the other activities that the rest of the party got up to, they went and visited the Setite by the airport by the name of Corwin, who turned out to be either surprisingly or suspiciously agreeable, up to personal interpretation, and was basically like, "Hey, if you leave me be, I'll you know leave y'all be." But had a particular request that Matt might end up relaying. Elsewise, they went and checked in on James Spag and spent some time parked outside of his house in a bright pink sports car, arguing about how exactly to
I
take
can't
care
wait
of him,
for this.
and then stood outside of the same car, continued to argue for another 10 to 15 minutes on how to deal with him, and they were utterly shocked when he slipped out the back.
Look, in Mike's defense, he had no idea the guy was a nudist coming in, so seeing a guy stand in his bedroom window and make like a minute of prolonged eye contact while he's just gently swaying in the wind is distracting.
Yeah, that definitely puts you off your guard.
Yeah, that's fair.
Might be a tactical arrangement. Gotta have to ask him if you ever can catch him.
I will admit, it's effective. It's
We're gonna have
okay,
to
'cause we robbed him.
gonna have to get Candy onto that tactic.
Oh good.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. And I'm not sure if this was the week before or at the very end of last week, but a small contingent did go the up to Kelly Butte to check on the nuclear bunker and found that there were work crews actively filling it with cement.
Right. That was the week before.
Gotcha. Wonderful.
So that
Wonderful.
problem is buried if not solved.
Indeed. As somebody as old as Jude is, if he can't kill a problem, he will simply bury it.
Yikes. I love our chances.
Well, it sounds like I can hear everybody just fine. Any questions? Alrighty.
Just that I think it's relevant to say that James Spag had a tape where he admitted to being chased by the vampire police, and we have it.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, don't know what to do with it. He also had a lot of drugs, like an impressive
Well,
amount of
that's
drugs.
just Portland.
I mean,
What's also Portland is he had a 6-shooter revolver in the same safe with no ammo.
Look, I lived in Portland for 2 years. I'm not so much surprised as I am impressed.
Well,
That's my ghoul.
indeed. Gotta catch him for that second dose. Well, welcome everybody to Portland by Night. I am Desdemona, your storyteller, and fun fact fun fact about Molly that she was kicked off of her high school volleyball team for beating the crap out of two of the other players on her team.
oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. Am I
Uh
surprised? No.
she
Who's
got the
Molly?
nickname Molly before she was turned. And let's go to Nick. Very nice. Tyrant.
Hey, I'm Tyrod, playing St. Mike's, everybody's fun vampire uncle. And Mike is actually a second generation Russian immigrant, and he grew up during the McCarthy era. So, yeah.
That was fun.
Yikes.
That was great. Ask him about his parents sometime.
Sandra.
Hi, I'm Xandra, the interactive hard hat, playing Matt VCR, the Toreador Shovelhead. And a little bit about Matt is people assume he's from the Middle East, but he's actually of Moroccan descent,
Ah, nice.
where
Ooh.
the name CR is actually most prevalent on Earth.
Nice. And Zen.
Hello, I am Zen. I'm playing Fox Nesmith, the gangrel tattoo artist and ass kicker.
Oh, yeah.
Fox is at least mostly convinced because he doesn't know for sure about kindred genetics, but he's mostly convinced that Matt is at least an eighth Malkavian.
I understand.
There's a lot of people in this group that are secret Malkavians.
I mean, it's fair.
It's
Yeah.
Portland. There's more than a few. Yeah.
It's not thought with disdain, but it's thought.
All right. Give me just a second. Need to modify my audio real quick. Apologies.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry. Just a moment.
Oh, I should open a character sheet. You seem quieter, but yeah,
All right.
that's an issue on my end, not yours. There we go.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Cool. Well, then, what's your question? Yeah. You have been studying with Lily. And yeah, she can help you crank that up to the second level. What does the second level ability do? Ooh, CP time touch. Nice.
Very handy.
Even better than the T.
Very nice. Okay. Then yeah. Over the last evening, you've learned a bit about what your first ability does in the first place, and learned the second ability. Second, I think it should be 5 times new level.
So it should be 10,
Yeah.
I believe.
Wonderful. Well,
I just figured out the Molly pun.
thank you. And we got that recap out of the way. So health, willpower, hunger, starting with Zen. Fox, you are uninjured, right?
Correct. Uninjured at 1 hunger, no stains currently, have 3 superficial willpower damage.
I also noticed that there is a slight problem with how I'm doing the stains and hunger mechanic. Because I don't do them at the end of every session, and instead do them when you next hit a touchstone, you have less chance of succeeding on any given check. So for each session that you haven't checked in with a touchstone, make a little mark above your humanity pool as an extra dice to roll when you do finally check in with a tenant. Check in with a touchstone
Okay.
to offset that a little bit. Yeah. Yes. I will allow you to re-roll. No, I think that I will just, instead of having you re-roll one or both of them, I will just wipe one of them. Yes. Because, yeah, I realized that that humanity was falling a little too fast for, intent. So we'll work off of this
Let
one
me-
and see where we can go from there. Does that seem agreeable?
Yep.
Sure.
All right, cool. Then what was your willpower from Fox? And would you like to change your
Let's see. Desire was gathering resources. Wasn't here last time. We did a bit of that before.
resources? Is still a valid desire.
It is. We still need to get in touch with the ghouls and lock that down. So I might shift it or specify it for that.
Yeah. And you're at full willpower?
I was at -3.
Oh, you're at 3 down. Okay.
I was 3 down,
And the
but did not
last
refresh.
one,
I wasn't here last time, so there wasn't a refresh from the 2 sessions ago.
2 sessions ago. But 2 sessions ago, you did, I believe, gather some significant resources in the form of Molly and friends. So yeah, refresh up to your composure or your resolve.
Nice.
Wonderful. And your ambition is still to rise in station?
Yes.
What would you consider a rise in station at this point?
You're pretty much number 2, yeah?
That's
Right hand of the
true.
Baron.
That's true. Right hand of the Baron. I am high in station.
Yeah, put yourself full willpower.
Think the main ambition right now is to
Depose Jude, or
either depose or present ourselves in a way that he does not bother us.
yeah,
I'm not sure if there's like a splitting hairs within there.
nullify the Jude threat.
That works.
Wonderful. Then Xandra, for Matt, what do we have for hunger, stain, willpower?
I'm at 5 out of 5 health. I'm at 3 out of 6 willpower. I'm at 7 out of 7 humanity, 1 out of 5 hunger. My ambition is still to shape the future of television. My desire was to launder my soul, get rid of my stains, and that happened.
Wonderful, wonderful. Highest of composure or resolve, regain your willpower, and
Composure, resolve,
back up to full.
and change my desire to hunt down the band.
Hunt down the band. Wonderful.
I'll
wonderful.
find out who my sire is, even if it kills me.
And
Oh, Matt.
Again.
It might.
It's possible.
Tyrod, how are we looking
Yeah,
at
but
fame?
finding my sire's
That's
the...
right. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Oh,
Xandra.
I was just going to say, finding the band and talking to them is the only way I can figure out I'm related to Helena, and I want more of that lore.
Yes.
Right. Still 2 superficial health damage on account of fox-related injuries. No, it's fine. It's fine. You did what you had to do. We're all very thankful for your ability to kick ass.
Might, especially not with wooden carrot.
Too soon.
2 superficial health damage.
2 superficial health damage, no willpower damage, and humanity's still at 7. Hunger is at 3. I have been riding a very fine line all of last session.
Yeah, you are. You're feeling pretty hungry, but based on your feeding style, you're a bit more used to it than most. Possibly
It
might
w-
lead to your unique relationship with the other guy.
It was easier when we traveled in a group.
Well, you got
Not
a
so
new
much.
group now, and it's maybe time to broach that subject because you got 2 hunger checks to make to wake up.
That's
One
true.
for waking and one for healing.
And my luck has been so great historically. I'm I'm trying here. All right.
That'll help you feed.
Okay. And yeah, that's about it. On my end, my desire is still help Jackson get his shit together.
All
Yeah.
right. Desire. Sorry, I missed that last part there.
Yeah, my desire is still help Jackson get his shit together.
Yep. Yep.
Which is we're getting there, but there's still definitely he's a sweet he's a
Sweet
sweet
summer child.
kid. Yeah, he is baby, and you know,
And will be for a while.
and will be. Yeah, I need to unbaby him somehow.
At least a
I'm
little
working
bit.
on it. I'm working on it.
This seems to be the baby end of Portland.
I know they're Mike's not sure how he feels about being the oldest one in the room.
Well, next.
You can always go find Candy's sire. I'm sure he's older.
Yeah, but she
been
tried to
told-
find him for a year and finally gave up despite a blood bond.
I'm told that might be bad for my health, historically speaking.
Yes. How about Nick for Jackson? Yeah. 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 What was your stain count? Or what was your desire? Yeah. Yeah. And your ambition? Graduate childhood with an E. All right. All right. Well, I am going to say that because last session I decided, without remembering that that was your ambition, that you were, learning about, vampire history and how to be a vampire better, Salubri at least, that I'm going to refill your willpower for having done that. And are you setting a desire? Yes, yes. Get some money.
Money, money, money must be funny.
Perfect time to do it. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Perfect time to do that. Right after you run your FBI grandfather off the road. Anyway.
Right.
No.
Right. That.
Except for him.
Yeah.
I-
Yes.
he's basically Agent Mulder.
Well, there can only be one fun uncle, so I'm afraid he's going to have to die.
Oh no!
Understood, Uncle.
No, it works by Highlander rules, unfortunately. There can only be, there can only be.
Okay, okay. Well, let's start with highest humanity first. Jackson and Lily are waking up, and Lily succeeded.
You did it.
Wonderful.
For
All
the
right.
first time.
Now the rest of you.
Wish me luck, everybody.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
you got 2.
Where'd I put my dice?
Woot 7.
Zen, you sick fuck. I'll
Where
never
are my
forgive
dice?
you.
What? I wish you luck.
Oh, there they
Why?
are. Total failure.
Oh,
my
no.
god. I'm at
Oh
hunger 5.
no.
Oh no.
Hunger 5.
I mean, I'm back up to full, but I'm at hunger 5.
I did fine.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, man.
I already posted that meme.
So that wooden stake's gonna get some more use.
Uh, I don't know what's up, Doc.
Oh, okay. Well, good news is you're healed. Bad news is I'm gonna need you to make a strength and brawl
Oh, shit. Okay.
and set your strength to 5.
Oh. I do.
Ooh.
Please,
And
don't
then
make me kick the baby.
and Nick
Don't kick
Jackson
baby.
is going to make a strength and brawl as well. And Lily is helping you and is adding to your pool. Yeah, hers is 2.
Oh.
She's rousing her strength. I don't know about you.
I. Oh god, and
Do it.
I have a specialty in brawl against Kindred. I'm sorry. It came
Not
with
hungrier.
predator
Okay.
type.
Yes. Okay, so total of 7.
All right. So
Maybe.
I guess my difficulty is 5.
Yes, your difficulty is 5. Oh
Success
God,
7.
no.
Sam's
All
up
right.
to play.
I'm breaking in.
Because they lost by a margin of 2, and there were 2 of them involved, I will allow each of them to succeed at a cost. 1 point of aggravated damage,
I'm sorry.
as the other guy gets a good bite in. Go down to hunger 3.
Oh, lovely.
But those were direct drinks. So Markdown Blood Bond has been renewed with Lily, and you have a 1-point blood bond with Jackson.
Uh,
The family that eats together.
the more we're not dodging the allegations anytime soon, are we?
Nope.
All right. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, they managed to get you pinned, and Lily uses her third eye and her mind magic to manage to calm you down a bit. Not before you get a good couple of bites in. They are both breathing heavily and having you pinned. Both of them human enough, and Jackson knew enough to have forgotten they don't need to.
What's going?
Sam says hi.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Hey, let me up now.
Yeah, fuck, you owe me a new shirt. You pick.
Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only. She got bit on a foot, and she's demanding new shoes.
Um, Sam, you sick fuck.
God damn it.
Look, man, I'd love to, but in terms of money, I have no money. So
It'll be new fashion. It'll be great. Oh fuck! It's Portland. No, it won't.
yeah, it's Portland. No, it won't.
Oh.
Oh,
All right. Well, I suppose they've probably woken up now in the club. So let's go say hi. I'm gonna go get my flip flop. Not exactly accurate to the weather. She looks outside. It's pouring down rain. But hopefully, I don't need to run anywhere fast.
I said I was sorry. Sam's a real sick fuck, dude.
To be fair, I did try to kick him in the face. Yeah, both of us.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes. Lately, this is these the amount of shenanigans these people are up to. It's kind of starting to wear on my nerves. Yeah, well, it didn't used to be this bad.
yeah. Yeah, about that. Mike, this place isn't good for us.
Nope.
But did I hear right? Uh, Judas Iscariot is here?
I mean, either the actual biblically accurate 12th apostle is running around Portland, Oregon, or somebody made a really distinct branding choice, but either way, he's hopped up on Methuselah Vitae, so who's gonna
You
question
think
him
he
at
might
that point, you know?
you think he might be after Kaleida?
I don't know. Sam asked, but I feel like that was mostly just to fuck with me.
Hmm. Yeah, he would do that.
Yeah, he also
But
tried to eat candy, so that was the whole thing.
well, we need to do lighthouse checks soon.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
this
important
is
if we've got, someone that old running around, we could use her help. You've known her long enough to know when she is grasping onto something she thinks you will listen to that she doesn't actually believe.
yeah, but I don't not in front of the baby. I don't want to have this argument in front of the child. He's just so little. He's so small and innocent. We can't we can't do it, not to his virgin ears. Poor sweet baby boy.
All right, popping on back over to the pub. The mortals don't get a roll. Kindred do. All right. Back over at the club. Fox, did you successfully rouse?
Yes.
And so did Matt, right?
I roused successfully, yes.
Wonderful. Yay. Then yeah, up in the dark room, the hidden room in the tattoo parlor that connects to the tunnel that connects to the postern, Fox will wake and get an early tattooing out of the way
All shenanigans are settled.
while shenanigans are settled indeed. And this Tuesday, Matt will get up and catch your daily dose of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh.
Nice.
You feel a strong urge to get a cat like Salem. Wonder if perhaps you might be able to turn your enemies into
I've been
Salem.
thinking about it. That's an even better thought. How many nights till ER night?
ER night. I think that's tomorrow night. I think we said that was Wednesday night.
Okay, yeah, I catch my daily dose of that teenage witch before heading downstairs humming a tune.
Wonderful. Wonderful. With the theme song reverberating through the hallway, you enter into the club with its generic music that one of the dancers put on and get over to your audio station to change it up. By the time you're satisfied, everyone else will arrive. First, Fox will come in. I imagine, do your regular check around, see if you've got any regular clientele, anybody who's interested in appointments, body modifications.
Yeah, just do a check of check around, check in with Matt briefly when I see him.
Yeah,
Matt'll
you check.
give a little wave. He's even flushed his life today, and
Oh yes.
not gotten hungrier.
Ah, I
It is,
flushed
of
as
course.
well and do not get hungry as well.
Nice, nice.
Thank
It
you for
is
that
a
reminder.
it is a Tuesday evening, probably around 8 o'clock at this point. So the place is not exactly packed. There's probably maybe 4, 6 patrons, and they're not looking at you. They're looking at the dancers or the drinks.
The
But
important thing.
roused you are. As you you start to check in with Matt, Jackson, and St. Mike will wander on in. Lily will get herself seated and start talking to one of the mortals.
I I will keep her on her best behavior, so that way you don't end up with a little brother. Sound fair? She was having a bad. She was having a bad day. She was. She was having a bad.
Your evidence of that.
At two, God.
Well, the night has begun. You're all in the same area. What are y'all doing? Yeah, some waves, some meaningful eye contact, and everybody gathers over at the booth.
I think a part of what I was doing in going around, since there's not that many customers in, was checking in with staff and asking for like food recommendations if we got semi-regular catering in. What would they want to see?
Darla laughed at catering. I mean, people don't exactly come here for the food box.
No, they don't, but just having a
Wait a minute.
little bit to settle them might help keep them here longer.
Bachelor parties.
Now we're talking.
Bachelor parties. That's how we do it. We get the girls to go in with caterers. Caterers get do the food. Girls do the stripping. Caterers leave. Girls do extra. Get the extra cash.
I like it.
I will pass it by the girls.
Great. I've got a caterer in mind who's looking for some work and will probably be amenable.
Wonderful. Then I'll see what I can get cooking. She'll give you a wink.
Excellent. And then head over to the booth.
Wonderful. That's in motion. So I want to say, Fox, to add a 3-point tracker somewhere. Just 3 empty dots that you can fill up for this little side quest you've got of.
Improving the bar? The land?
Well, this one's more expanding the business. And you click off one of those marks for talking to Darla here.
Okay.
And expect that to come back around twice. And by the time you finish the tracker, you should have a meaningful extension to your business.
Nice.
One of those things, improvements that don't cost XP, they cost scenes.
Okay.
Then wonderful. Y'all arrive back over at the booth. Lily questions, asks if, do you want me there,
Why not? I think he gets separation anxiety.
So yeah, she'll scooch on in, making Jackson and Mike have to scoot in a little bit closer and a little bit uncomfortably close.
Nah, Mike's into it.
But Lily
Matt
gives a
has a
wide grin.
burning question for Jackson.
What you got, Matt? Lily says.
Oh, Jackson, do you walk that dog anymore? So the dog,
Wait.
but we're not, like, the dog isn't peeing or anything? Just figuring out how
Wow.
regular or not regular of a dog this is.
The dog is whack. Like,
If he's
I'm
not peeing or pooping, then he's not very regular.
yeah. You can't.
Yeah.
You didn't
Eh,
just. I mean, I can't really argue with that logic, though.
yeah, that doesn't seem I'm not an expert, but
I'm worried that the dog is like a cam spy who's been transmortified, but I don't think that's as likely anymore.
Well, it could for sure just be a regular spy.
mm, might be. Well, I could try to get a sort of feel of what's going on inside that little canine head.
Make a resolve and aspect check, Jackson. Thinking on this dream. Yes.
Mention the prophecies and they may appear.
Yes, indeed. For every success
I
that
mean,
you get, I will give you one bit of information, bit of possibly prophetic information from the dream. Wonderful.
Could
Wonderful.
use some of that.
I'll start bragging.
Nice.
nice.
Let's see here. So, yeah, I'm looking at an animal shelter. It probably isn't open yet,
I
but
imagine it's
hey,
not
I'll
an
bend the
animal
rules a little
shelter.
bit.
I assume it's a lab.
No, there are several labs inside it, but they're hopefully being adopted soon. Your dog's not a lab. Well, for 6 pieces of information, the man who works the counter is Martin Luther King. The sign outside has pixies all over it and simply says Pixie Project Humane Center. That's 2. 3 is that, that your dog is there. The dog in the dream has the markings that the pictures didn't show. The markings that New Sock doesn't have. Everybody on the street had a mustache that reminded you of the Wright brothers, specifically Frank Lloyd Wright.
Brother.
2 more.
Cardinal direction?
Oh, the fact that it is on the river. It is 1 block from the river. And
That'll still be very close to me.
right next to it is a ghost, a ghostly apparition that you can only see from up close. That is a ghostly visage of the number 77. They're your 6 prophetic hints.
I did the thing again, didn't you?
A little bit of blood coming from underneath the baseball cap.
Yeah, he did the thing.
Wait, what? Okay.
Locals can make intelligence plus street buys.
I have a little bit.
I haven't been a
That's
local for some time.
not
These
the
ones
worst.
you might be able to, Tyrod, just that your difficulty is going to be 4 instead of 3.
Alright, what's the roll?
I don't make it.
Oof.
What's the roll?
The lower end is difficulty 2. Did you get anybody
Okay.
get 2?
I did get 2.
You know that Martin Luther King is a prominent street running north-south
Oh.
just on your side of the river.
There's a Martin
got-
Luther King Street. I don't think the guy is actually running the shop,
Oh,
but
come on. I succeeded.
What'd you get?
I got.
Oh my god. Oh,
Remember, I found socks, but at what cost?
oh no.
Indeed.
I think the messy critical will result in an overenthusiastic epiphany where you slam the nearest person basically back against their seat and shout in their face, "Oh my god, I got it!"
That's gonna
Dude.
be Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah.
There is you checked a lot of animal shelters trying to find Lily.
Yeah.
And there is an animal shelter called the Pixie Project right next to the Spirit of 77. on the corner of MLK and Lloyd.
Yeah, when I was looking for you, Lily, I checked all the shelters and Martin Luther King and Lloyd. That's why. Right next to this place called the Spirit of 77. Yeah.
Spirit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's yeah,
The Spirit 77 cell.
Looks to be a bar.
it's a bar, so I'm guessing
Okay.
spirits. Ghosts, Matt. They sell actual ghosts.
I live at a bar. I know what spirits are.
Okay, just checking.
But maybe.
I worked at a
No,
bar
that's another
before I
place.
died.
Hmm.
Mysterium.
It's a strip club, so
Yeah. I mean, they're not here during the day either.
again, it's a strip club.
It's
Look,
only open like after 6.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jackson, 90% of your questions can be answered with the words, it's a strip club.
There's and that's actually part of what they use, is that it feels weird to be there, much less weird to ask somebody else questions about what they've been doing at a strip club.
Yeah, nobody wants
Yep.
to get into that conversation. That's why it's brilliant.
And if they do, they're customers.
And if they do, you can lure them in the back room and give them some blood.
Could actually use some of that right about now.
We go feeding.
I said I was sorry.
Rough night. Or yeah.
It's been. Look, you guys are exciting, don't get me wrong, but I'm not used to this. So, yeah.
I've got an idea, Lily says.
Oh,
She's raising her hand as she says it. Okay, so how about she pulls out a little notepad. Each of us goes around and says our priority for the evening. And then at the end, we take a vote, and we can vote on more than one. And at the end, whatever has the most votes, we take as priorities for the night. She smiles. I'm a people person.
Yeah,
She actually
she's a
does have a few
people.
ranks in leadership.
Yeah, she peoples, so I don't have to.
So my priority for the evening is to get information on Kaleida, or try to get a source that can find information on Kaleida.
My
Have I
priority for the
explained who that
evening.
is? She looks around curiously.
My priority for the evening is to make sure she doesn't
Wait
get
your
herself
turn. Wait your
killed
turn.
looking for
Wait,
Kaleida.
wait your turn. Does anybody know? Anybody not know who Kaleida is?
I don't.
Matt raises his hand.
She's a Methuselah who is said to have been married to the sun god Apollo, and who was kindred, but managed to find Golconda, a state of enlightenment, and is either no longer kindred or is something
Is
else.
or
He
is
looks over at you.
or is ash currently compacting at the bottom of the Willamette River?
Or the ocean floor, she shrugs. But I've got to check. I'll mark it down. And then she points over to the next over, which would be Jackson next to her. I mean, didn't we have just discover a new priority for you? We've got the left sock. Oh right. I mean, I could teach you. What's the first level animalism?
No clue, God.
Wonderful. Thank you. Any other options or just that one? Okay. She probably has spawned Femilith then. She's probably got... Since the beast seems much more likely for character for her.
Such the beast Fox has.
But it is animalism, and she's heard of the ability. So she thinks she might be able to help you develop it. She frowns. You're right, it might be a problem for another night. We could have one of your ghouls adopt them. But getting money is your priority. Okay. All right, then Mike.
Keep you from getting yourself killed, generally speaking.
I mean, yeah, but assuming nobody else votes for that. Or fine,
Mike
assuming
shrugs.
everybody else votes for that. What else do you want to do?
I don't know. I spent the last couple of days vacillating between trying to keep Sam on a leash and chasing after a nudist. Oh shit, that reminds me. Yeah, there's a nudist that we gotta see about. Yeah,
My
because he thinks
ghoul.
he's being.
He's my
Yeah,
priority.
well, yeah, because he thinks he's being chased by the vampire police, and I mean,
Is he?
Not
eh,
yet.
I mean, if he keeps saying that, then he's gonna be.
yeah, so
Are we the
that
Vampire Police?
No.
we gotta-
That's what I told him about the scam.
yeah, how many? I gotta ask, how many ghouls were made in the wake of that gallery incident? Because it sounds like a lot.
We had a total of
Quite a
6.
lot.
I mean, I can't fault you for not wanting. I can't fault you for not wanting to up the casualty rate, but goddamn.
Some people had relevance to other interests as well.
All right.
Or they were dominated into forgetting.
So
The,
answer
the
your
whole
question,
ghouling.
Mike. At least 6 from this crew. From the gallery itself, probably 40.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that was Jude's play.
That Jude has a lot of ghouls at his disposal that are wealthy or influential enough to get into the gallery.
Man, this fucking guy.
Yeah, he's scary.
When he makes a play, he doesn't play small.
Well, he didn't even start it. That was the
We-
Sabat who started the mess.
As far as you know,
Yeah, I was just thinking we don't know what he was involved with. Yeah.
Mike wasn't what? Oh. Oh, do I remember what about the bus? Yes, but I didn't take the bus. I drove my old car out to a abandoned logging camp in the woods, if I remember right, God?
it was
A
abandoned
Dutch mill
barn.
place? Barn. No, I had to drive.
Depends on the pack, honestly.
That you have to remember, Jackson, that they probably don't follow the path of humanity. They don't think like you and I. I mean,
Uh,
it's an entirely different way of thinking.
yeah, you
I
gotta
mean,
realize
they just started.
self-preservation is
They
not
just started murdering
always.
people.
Yeah, self-preservation is not always on the top of their list. Sometimes they just kind of want to tear shit up.
Sometimes an introductory tactic that they use, Lily says, is to cause a massive masquerade breach in order to expend the Camaria's resources in covering it up. Because it may not be beneficial for them, but it was certainly detrimental for us and probably, Jude's side. Did we ever find out
Hey,
what
God,
happened
quick
to...
question.
Yeah.
Did we ever figure out what happened to the person at the gallery who ran the place? They make it out alive? I
Akosia
remember we were
Black
talking
Elk.
to her beforehand.
Yes. Last you saw her, she was put into the trunk of Dimico's car.
Right.
She was dead, but
He had attempted to
to ghoul
turn her.
and may have ended up turning her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
Yet another thread to follow up on.
Indeed. Back over to Mike. Lily taps her notebook. I don't have an entry for you. You
Oh
passing?
boy. Am I what?
Are you passing? Are you just like saying no thanks and skipping?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not used to my night being more than, okay, let's try to get from point A to point B and not die.
Okay, well then I'm gonna put something down for you.
Alright.
Okay. Yes, I have my little notebook here. And next over, Fox.
Yeah, I need to follow up on the people that I ghouled and lock that down.
All right. Cool follow up. And or that should be no, we got one more. Matt.
I have to follow up on my ghoul, James Spag, who disappeared. I think we might just have to call him ahead of time this time so he doesn't run away. I don't know.
All right. Well, then we have 5 options here. Who here wants to look for the Methuselah Collider? She raises her own hand.
Fox does
Big-
not.
Begrudgingly, Mike will raise his hand.
And who
Looked scared.
wants to get money? Oh, this doesn't work, she pouts, because some of these are small. Okay, we're gonna go get money first. I'm taking that out of the list. On the list is Feed Mike.
Matt will raise his hand for Feed Mike.
Fox will raise his hand.
She raises her own hand, looks expectantly at Mike.
Mike's got both hands raised. He's like,
All right, wonderful, good. And then Ghoul follow-up. I think that those are probably really important, so... Okay, so we'll get Mike fed first, because we need to get that taken care of. Then we're going to get money for Jackson, and then we're going to follow up on the Ghouls, okay?
yep.
She closes her little notebook with a snap and a satisfied smile, puts it away in a pocket.
So, who's on first? I said I was sorry.
So everyone knows about your feeding habits?
We didn't really get around to that, but now's as good a time as any, I guess.
Wait, what?
I don't,
Fox and I.
I've never actually had to explain this before. I don't eat people. It's not so much a personal preference thing as normal average Joes don't really, they don't really satiate the way they do for the lick.
And it beats
Okay.
being a predator.
Yeah, I'd gotten the context clues. Thanks, Jackson. But
Yeah.
ooh, the hell of a dietary restriction.
It's got its pros and cons. Pros are, I pick up new tricks real fast. You saw that before with Candy. So if, say, you need help with something specific and you need an extra pair of hands, discipline wise,
Hmm.
all you need to do is give me a sip of Vitae, and I could be right down there in the trenches with you.
From how hungry he was, I think he needs donations from 2 of us. Anybody have a dice? I can
raised
go get some
his hand.
straws and cut some. I can draw a lot. I'll get a mug as well.
Yeah, I don't drink. Don't worry, gents. I don't drink direct from the vein when I can help it.
Gotcha.
Matt volunteers as a blood bank. He says, "You can have some of me."
Lily
Much
is limping a
appreciated,
thirsty
Matt.
mug.
I think that it's more important to help Mike than my concern about what may occur.
In fairness, it was a lot easier when it was just me and Lily and a couple other people. We had a system. Yeah, but
Hence why I brought it
well,
up. Lily says as she comes back with a mug.
just thanks for being cool about it. Not everybody is.
Yeah, well, you've met Candy, so we tend to try to be cool.
I was inside her head briefly. Yeah, it's about Candy.
Yeah.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
You don't.
Then you might want to.
Lily says.
Yeah, you might want to. You might want to leave the booth.
She'll notice Matt biting his wrist and draining a 1 hunger point of blood. Make a rouse check.
Fox nods as well, and once Matt's done, nods for the glass.
I roll a 2.
Ooh,
You get hungrier.
I see my herd tomorrow, thank
Indeed.
good. Right.
All right.
Fox will contribute as well.
And they both lick their wounds closed, and the mug is passed.
Cheers,
I get
gents.
hungrier too.
Interesting, weird. I've never had two different. So what would the Mockingbird take effect on? Because I've never had two different clans in the same cup before.
Ooh.
You would not be able to differentiate which of them had which disciplines,
That's fair.
but you would get the choice of any in the cup.
Okay. In that case, I'm stealing your celerity, Matt, because I keep getting hit, and I'd like that to stop.
I have rapid reflexes.
Well, the way
Yep.
it works is that I get 1 discipline power at the highest discipline power dots I have. So
I have 1 dot.
I know, but you don't need to have 3 dots. You just need to have the discipline. So now I have blink.
Wow.
It is.
I'm gonna need to check that in the booklet. I really do think the person needs to know the ability you're taking.
I'll read you
in
the
order to-
exact words. I have it written down.
Yeah.
The power cannot be of a level you. After drinking 1 hunger die worth of vitae, you can choose and employ 1 discipline power possessed by the kindred from whom you fed. The power cannot be of a level higher than your highest discipline, though you do not need to possess the same discipline.
To say power or discipline
Well, it's that I
taken from
possess.
that they must possess.
Don't need to possess. Yeah.
I'm checking the book real quick.
Yeah, that's the drawback.
Is this a thin blood alchemy?
No, it's
Yep.
just it's a cative merit.
Interesting. Played a couple characters and still haven't played a cave to that.
They're fun, if a bit of an XP sink, admittedly. Yeah. Yeah, that felt like a little too, beyond the pale.
From the player's guide.
Yeah, it's
18. Yeah. You can play as a lot of things. Mockingbird. There we go. Orphans are often unfairly labeled thieves and diablerists, but some actually do have the power to mimic the powers of others after tasting their blood. For one night after drinking 1 hunger die worth of blood from a vampire, you can choose to employ 1 discipline power possessed by the kindred from whom you fed. The power cannot be of a level higher than your highest discipline, though you do not need to possess the same discipline. So yes, he does need to possess the discipline power.
okay. Must have that written down wrong.
But rapid reflexes doesn't need a rouse check to activate and allows you to basically react to anything. You're immune to surprise.
I know, but I already have rapid reflexes.
Fair enough.
Just
Fair enough.
as a cative. All right. You know what? Then I'll take presence instead. Again, because I'd like to stop getting punched. And I feel like being charismatic might go away towards
Mechanism.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't have presence. So, well, no wait. No, I have dominate. Not presence.
Ooh. How about you? What disciplines do you have?
I've got Animalism, Fortitude, Protean, and Dominate.
What's your highest level one?
Highest level is Protean with 4 points.
Yeah,
In
we'll
the
go.
Flesh crafting vicissitude?
Yes,
Yeah.
Do you have feral weapons?
I do.
All right, then I'll take feral weapons for the. I guess in case I do inevitably get punched, I'd like to be able to hit back, please and thank you.
Exactly.
There we go.
You could always borrow my cloak
Choose
of
violence.
shadows. That's not nothing.
I'm a
Works
people
well for
person
Matt.
who gets punched a lot.
Yeah.
Well then.
That also means I have the gangrel bane now, so interesting.
Yep. Keep your shit together or you might get a tail.
It's not been going well thus far, so we'll see if I
Yeah,
join
how
you
about
in the
that?
furry club sometimes.
Fox generally has his shit together, though, so
Wonderful. Put down my notebook somewhere.
I
There.
need to rewrite this to make okay.
All right, then, with that settled, Lily says with a satisfied smile, do I just put this back on the bar?
What is it?
It's the mug with just a little bit of vitae around the bottom.
yeah, I'll go take that back. I'll take it back straight to the dishwasher.
There you
Appreciate it.
Let's not do that one in the 3 component.
Nope.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay, edge is off. I'm good. I'm liquid. Let's go hunt down a nudist.
Money first.
Yeah, where's your bank, bro?
Well, we're in a strip club. There's got to be an ATM somewhere
Oh yeah,
nearby.
there's an ATM in there.
Jackson looks behind him. What? It's been there the whole time?
It's a
It's a cash
$5 fee for using it, but yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
cash only
That-
business.
Well, yeah, there is.
Oh, I thought you needed like an actual. Yeah, go ahead and use it. There's a little bit of a service fee, but hey, good convenience. Yeah.
You can only take out $250 at a time. Well, 240. 'Cause it's 20. Well, seeing as this is before the days of website banking, you can't exactly check without calling or going in or checking your checkbook if you are the kind to keep track of your money like that. I imagine your checkbook is probably, if it's current, is still back at your apartment.
Actually, as he's going over it, Fox says, Jackson, hold on just a sec, and then turns to Matt. Hey, if he takes out a bunch of money from his bank account here, will that be able to be tracked to this location?
Intelligence plus technology.
My gut instinct is yeah, but I will absolutely make one of my best possible checks.
Yeah, my guess is yes as well, but my technology is 0, and I know Matt has a higher score than me. As the
Don't look at
techie of the
me.
group,
I only get an 8 dice to this, guys. Watch out.
Only 8.
don't brag
With
before
8
you
dice,
roll.
no, you don't even need to roll. With 8
I'm
dice,
willing
that
to
puts you at a.
critically fail.
And now you've got 4 as a half of that, so 4 will beat the 3 required enough that you don't need to roll. You know that, yeah, no, you've seen that in movies enough times that no, they absolutely will
Yeah,
check the bank statements and see which ATM it came from.
Okay,
Matt
so you
relays it well in Mission Impossible 3. That's how they caught Zalif Skalanov. So, and Matt just gives you a look.
it,
The
bottom
secondary villain of Mission Impossible 2, who came back in Mission Impossible 3. He says this like you don't know Jesus.
Fox pinches the bridge of his nose. Basically, if you take out a bunch of money here, it's gonna be tracked to here. So if your account just empties, it's potentially gonna bring heat on the lounge. So we'll we've got some other stuff to do. It might make the most sense to just like hit a few ATMs across town as we go.
That's a really good.
It'll probably look suspicious in retrospect, but so would taking everything out at a strip club.
Oh, right. Yeah, are we gonna do anything about that?
Yeah,
Yeah, you also murdered that in your apartment building. I'm not saying it was, but you're wanted dead or alive, I assume.
No, for reasons that your character is not aware of.
oh no.
But visiting Dimico's place, at least driving by it, yeah.
Hmm.
Driving by Dimico's place, just get a quick glance as you're
Yep.
Hoppin' ATM? Yeah, make me a wits and subterfuge. Whoever's driving.
Not me. Drive is not the important stat here.
Not
Wits
this
and
again.
subterfuge. Because if it's drive, it's Matt.
I've got some wits and subterfuge.
I have 4 dice in total.
Wait, sorry, I missed the specific. Is it wits and drive or wits and subterfuge?
Wits and subterfuge.
I've got
Subterfuge.
5 in that.
You should do it.
Okay.
No, Matt should not be driving. Matt has -1 to all subterfuge checks.
This is less about driving and more about picking which ATMs and
Yes.
driving past the place in a US manner.
Yes.
Drive casual.
Drive casual. Da 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 da. Willpower. Fuck. Okay, 2 successes.
2 success.
I
Well,
would have roused on wits, but I don't want to get hungrier right just yet.
well, you're reluctant to go across the river for obvious reasons.
Yes.
You're reluctant to go into Jude's territory, which is southeast. So that just leaves Mama's territory, which isn't too far away from you, but isn't, at your strip club. So you hit these places and drive by Dimico's place, and there is crime scene tape around the window, one of the broken out windows, one of the door. The lights are off.
No, it doesn't.
How many weeks has it been since we last saw Dimico?
Yeah, it's been like a week.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, it
Time's
hasn't
been
been
moving
that
slow.
long.
Okay. I could go invisible and go look around.
All right.
Good idea?
Parking as inconspicuously as you can, Fox. Matt will punch down and make a rouse check after opening the door wide enough to allow him out.
What about this before?
Matt, you have never been fingerprinted in your life. They don't have your prints in the system. You've never so much as you've got like 2 speeding tickets. And that's it.
I don't even
they don't
drive that
print
car anymore. Good luck. I'm still prepared for this and go invisible without getting hungrier and sneak
Wonderful.
inside. Would you like a breaking in check?
Yeah. How are you planning to break in? You can't move any objects without breaking your invisibility.
This window with the tape across it, how much glass is in this frame still?
It looks like somebody cleared out the bottom sill and the sides. The top's still got a bit in it, but not enough to cut you if you try to go in. You could try to get in with Dex and Athletics, or Dex and Athletics. There's no acrobatics. Make me intelligence plus your highest discipline. Difficulty is going to be 3. It's not a discipline you've got. 0 success. Yes, you are aware that if he moves anything while invisible, he will break invisibility. You're also pretty aware that he knows this, and if he needs help, he'll ask. Unless I'm wrong about that. Then telepathic.
Sorry, I had to set down my headset if you're talking.
Oh yeah, sorry. So no telepathic notes of help there. You are considering the glass door, the glass window with the tape across it, and making a Dex and Athletics to get through.
Right. My rapid reflexes doesn't help with this, but knowing my clumsy self, I'd like to flex my dexterity, rouse for it. I do get hungrier.
Ooh,
My
hunger 2?
stomach metaphorically growls. I'm at hunger 3 now.
Ooh, hunger 3. You start to wonder if there's people inside.
Thinking about ER. Yeah, rousing my dexterity. I do stick my head in past the tape to just make sure there isn't somebody immediately on the other side, but then go inside with
Your beast somewhat hopeful, hoping that there is someone inside.
I got 3 hits.
3 hits. That is enough to get inside without mussing anything enough to break your invisibility. If someone were to look close, they might see a little flutter of the tape, but nothing jarring enough for people to snap themselves out of the psychic invisibility that is somebody else's problem field.
Understood.
And inside, it is dark. and bloody. Make a wits and investigation.
2, investigation 2.
Difficulty scaling, but starts at 2.
Well, I'm really glad it starts at 2 because that's what I got.
There was a struggle here, a violent and bloody one. There were at least 3 people involved. At least 2 of them, from the amount of blood, were mortal. The interior is very plain, very functional. Coming downstairs, and you'll note the names of the people who live here: Stone and Clarissa Rose. And note the door to the downstairs basement.
I'd like to flare my heightened senses and make sure I don't hear any heartbeats in this building.
There are none.
Ideal. Then I'll drop my invisibility enough to open the basement door.
I said it was open enough that you could probably slip through it.
Oh, I missed that. I apologize.
Yeah.
Then I would like to slip through.
Make me another Dex and Athletics, difficulty 2. It's just barely big enough.
4 hits.
4 hits, nice. Sucking in your belly a little bit, you scooch past, your bony ribs passing over the doorknob, and down into the dark basement. Your heightened senses up, you have no problem seeing down here. The smell, however, is quite overbearing. It is burnt plastic. Going further down, you find that the ceiling is heavily smoke damaged, as is most everything else in here from about the waist up. And there is a smoldering pile of twisted metal and half burned wood that used to be a bed.
And there's still embers?
No, it is long since out.
Okay. Interesting. It doesn't smell like burnt corpse, just burnt bed?
No, just make me a wits and awareness. Add to your aspects.
Oh, so 2 zeros on my hunger dice is a messy critical? Yes,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then that would be 6 hits on a messy critical.
Ooh. Well, you are not subtle about it. You are sorting through little bit by little bit, but over the fence you've built in your mind, the dark figure, the dark shadow wearing the fisherman's hat.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Wearing the hat is peering just over the fence and mocking you relentlessly for not doing it right, and you're gonna miss something. If you do it like this, then everything's gonna go wrong. And there's just a moment of, oh, fine then, and everything starts getting flipped.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
find blood next to the toilet, like spatters of it on the walls, and like behind the toilet, like somebody vomited like serious projectile vomit into this toilet, and it was blood. But something about it is wrong to you. You poke at a bit on the wall, and Beast Wilson mocks you again, and it's fine then, and you rip the toilet out of the ground. Water is starting to spill everywhere. You reach your arm in and pull out a chunk of something pinkish gray and semi-solid. Eat it. You don't have to, but your beast is telling you to eat it.
I desperately want to, but I need to bring this back to prove that I did do this right. I need to show them.
Yeah.
This is the proof. This is the proof that I did it right.
Yep. And back out. You note that there is a cellar door, because it's actually a cellar and not a basement. That you're no longer invisible,
Okay.
so you could just leave out that way instead of having to sidle through the caution tape.
Yeah, my senses are still heightened. I don't hear anybody living outside, right?
You
If I
can
go
hear
up to this cellar door, there's not somebody right there.
No, you can hear like a dog in a doghouse, like maybe 2 neighbors down.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll exit out to that door and scamper around the block back to the car.
Invisibly?
I take a couple paces visibly before stopping, kind of clearing my head, and then going invisible.
Rouse check.
I succeed.
Yay. Good. Well, then you come back. I need everybody to make intelligence plus medicine or intelligence plus academic.
Including Matt?
Yes, including Matt at this point.
All right.
Okay.
Difficulty for this is going to be 2.
I did get 2.
I've got exactly 2 successes.
Same
Wonderful.
here.
Wonderful. Then, yeah, Matt, you come back and quickly slip into the passenger door and present your prize.
I rolled 2 ones on my hunger dice, but got 2
Um,
successes on my non-hunger dice.
This is some sort of hairball,
Why did my beast want me to eat this? Gross.
some sort of vampire hairball.
I set it on like the hand rest in the middle of the car.
Uh,
Blood.
What
What
the?
the fuck?
Leaking, sort of a pinkish goo.
Did
Everybody who got
I?
2 successes, no, that's a chunk of brain.
Uh,
Yeah,
that's brain.
that's not hairball.
Oh. So there was a lot of blood all over the wall. There was clearly a fight. In the basement, spooky basement, somebody had started a fire, and I found a bathroom where somebody threw that and a bunch of blood up into a toilet.
Somebody threw up their own brain.
Or somebody
Well,
else's brain.
knowing vampires, I would say someone else's brain.
Okay. Because the other thought is honestly too terrifying to contemplate.
Yikes.
Is that a possibility?
I don't
Your arm is pretty
know.
fucking terrifying as it is.
I mean, okay, let's say uh,
Hmm.
I'm assuming that they didn't puke out their own brain, which I'm not discounting because I've seen weirder.
I
I'm
mean,
not
yeah, there
just
was that Nagaraja we saw in what was that? Phoenix?
yeah, no, with the meat hooks, that was the whole thing.
Yeah, won't
But
unsee that.
I still have the nightmares. But yeah, okay, so Lick generally tries to scarf down something that isn't blood and doesn't agree with him. Yeah, he'd probably projectile vomit blood all over the place, along with anything else that might be in his stomach. I still don't. Brains, though. That's new.
At least it didn't agree with them?
I mean, it more begs the question of why.
Yeah, from what I've read, the Nagaraja tend to prefer more blood-rich organs.
Yeah, brain's not really one of them. I mean, if it were like a kidney or a
Liver.
liver, yeah, then you can probably make the argument for that.
Oh, one quick bit, Matt. The question that you asked that got you that messy critical in the first place. Yes, there was absolutely some meat burning with the mattress.
Then somebody was probably burnt to death on a bed downstairs.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe it was hunters coming across maybe a new lick. If Dimico had turned the gallery owner, and then Dimico was attacked and there were dead bodies, and then the gallery owner woke up and found several corpses with their brains hanging out. Feral as you are when you first wake up, I could see trying it.
Hmm. I mean, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, it could definitely be just a case of wrong place, wrong organ. But yeah,
Weirder things have happened, she shrugs.
I really wish I didn't keep falling back on that refrain. But yeah,
10,000 years of kindred history. There's a lot that's happened.
I mean, okay. Still, what are we supposed to
Okay.
do with somebody's hippocampus?
I mean, I assume we get rid
If
of it.
Sock wants it,
Good
I-
point.
so he's probably hungry.
I
And
mean,
we
shit, dogs will eat. He picks up the piece of brain. I mean, shit, dog.
If you're not
Dogs
up
will.
for touching it, you probably shouldn't feed it to your dog. Yeah, if it's a vampire dog, it's not going to eat brain.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay,
ghouls,
so okay, so what do we do with it? Because it's
because it's right here in the truck. So
Yeah, and
yeah, so
Next on our list is following up with the ghouls, but I think we could probably divert Dollar Tree for some Tupperware.
do
yeah,
we have a
sure.
reason to save this?
It just feels weird that out of everything in there, this is what's still kicking around. Plus, I don't know, gray matter usually decays really fast. It's mostly water, so why is it
And then there's
still.
a lot of she's sort of poking at it as Mike's got it in his hand and
Yeah,
peeling away strands of something from it. It's covered in these fibers. Are these nerves? Ugh.
gnarly. Eh,
Like make
Looking
an
eh,
closer,
academic
it is
check to see.
covered in nerves.
Maybe somebody get a baggie or something.
I'm
I'd look
saying
for like a
Tupperware.
doggy bag or something in this car.
It is with the subterfuge check that was made. You are in the middling car, the new car that was mildly suspicious but entirely yours. Sorry, mildly suspicious
What did
but
the
bought
last
from a
owner?
private buyer. Yeah, so this is your most anonymous vehicle, but it is fairly new, so you don't have any baggies or anything in here. But you can swing by and get some real quick.
Yeah. An inventory,
With the
miscellaneous brain chunk.
Lily will run in and grab a old Tupperware thing with a lid from Dollar Tree, come back out and let you slide it into it.
Did we get a couple? Should we stock the? Can I spend a little bit of resources to go into Dollar Tree as well to buy miscellaneous supplies for the car?
How much resources are you at?
I am at resources 3.
Then no, it will not put you down at all. You've got enough spare money kicking around with the business booming like it is that you can just go stock up. Mark it down.
Perfect.
Here's
You have as
hoping we
much
don't.
stuff as the patience of the rest of the coterie will allow.
Here's hoping we don't accidentally become a free floating organ bank. Hey, man,
Make me intelligence plus resolve Matt.
don't be.
Difficulty 2,
They're
sliding.
supposed to be high humanity. We're talking about selling people's organs and shit. Life has corrupted you. My precious boy, what has
Sorry,
happened
it was
to you?
intelligence and awareness.
No, intelligence and, or sorry, it was resolve and,
Oh.
no, it was intelligence plus resolve, yeah.
Oh, okay. And better not fuck this one up then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
5 hits, wonderful. Then mark a little 5 hits or 5 successes next to the Dollar Tree run. You thought of a few good things, and maybe they'll come in handy later.
Goodies in car.
If you can think of something that you would have got, then you can essentially, that would help in a situation, help in a die roll, then you can essentially use a number of those dots as extra dice in that one roll, and then they're gone.
As things I bought from the dollar store.
Wonderful. Then, with the brain in the Tupperware, where are you going next? Lily looks at her notebook and says, "It looks like we're following up with ghouls, or we need to stop by Scarlet Lounge and deal with the. What, are we putting this in the fridge?"
I mean, all hands on deck reasonably do you think ghouls are gonna be, aside from the spag situation, which I know he has clothes, but I'm just picturing him running around the streets of Portland buck-ass naked.
I mean, it's not out of
That
the
would
realm
make
of
the car easier
possibility.
to find. He took clothing with him. I know that much.
I
Okay.
know, but I can't get the image out of my head.
It would make it much easier to find him if he was naked.
It would, sadly. It would.
He didn't call the cops on us. I think he's probably hiding out somewhere.
No, we
No.
we had a bit of a okay, so I didn't know what was going on. We were just rolling up in front of this guy's house. We had a bit of a conversation. We were in a pink Cadillac, which in retrospect, not the most subtle of
Dog mount?
and yeah, he noticed us and one thing led to another and he pulled a fast one.
Uh.
We don't know. He just kind of vanished.
We saw him in the window, and then we went up to the room, and he wasn't there. A thing of clothing was missing, so we assume he put on clothes and probably just went out the back door.
Yeah, so we have no idea where he is.
Ugh.
Well, you've got as much money from the ATMs as it'll let you take out, which is unfortunately only about $250. But in today's money, that's like $1,000. So, a lot of resources if you want to pay for it. I think it's just, what, 3?
Think so. Excellent.
Advantage, 3 points per dot. Yep. Alright, so what ghouls do we need to take care of? We need the spag guy.
Right. I've got 2. The caterer who's having some money issues, so that should be, if handled properly, should be able to help out. Don't know anything about the other ghoul I have, just an Amy Cartwright, and know she lives downtown and has at least some money, but then most of the people at the thing did.
Well, sounds like from what you were saying to Deborah, got the caterer thing working on an angle, right?
Yes.
Then I guess Amy? Brad and
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah. So that's.
Sounds like a sitcom.
It does, doesn't it?
I picture everyone just sort of
Matt
glancing at Matt at
improvising.
that point.
Say the thing.
Say the thing. All
Well,
right. Yeah, I check her address a bit closer and see if it's like, is this specifically Cam territory?
if it's on that side of the river, it is Cam territory. It is an apartment or condominium.
If we're going to that side of the river, I'd like to be dropped off at the club first. I don't. The sheriff is already after me. I can't risk fucking up being over there again.
That's fair. I don't want to go there either.
Ah, she's on Knob Hill.
Oh, that's the funny, hilarious name aside. That's the nice part of town.
Hmm.
It really
Yeah.
is.
That's
It
the
is.
nice part of town.
Yeah, it's real close to OHSU.
We're talking like gated community, private security
Yeah.
guard.
So we're
Nice.
not gonna just drive in there.
No.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, that's gated community in Cam
Yes.
territory. Oh boy.
Her wallet is thick with business cards of different artists, none of them sharing her last name or with an address that matches up to Knob Hill, and the number of cards. It was pretty heavy on cash when you found it.
Well, I mean, she's either a promoter or a starfucker.
Yeah, could go either way. Can I find a number for her?
Sorting through.
Either in wallet or stopping at an actual payphone and looking that up.
Yeah. Make me wits and investigation or wits and streetwise.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty abysmal.
Willpower.
There we go. Willpower for the win. That is 4 successes.
4 successes. Fantastic. Yeah, in this library of business cards, fattening this wallet, a clutch more than a wallet, to be honest, you find her business card, Amy Cartwright, art critic.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
It has a number. It also has a fax and an email
Okay.
and a P.O. box, actually.
Huh. Cool. Let's see. How social am I? Not very, but
I can be sociable.
okay, jeez, fuck. You also get punched a lot.
Yeah, but that's usually because people find out about my feeding habits. And look, she's not a kindred, right? And I can be
No.
bohemian if need be. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Okay, we can work with that. I am excited for the chance to fuck with some Camarilla Toreador. So yes, let's
Yeah,
try
yeah.
this. We'll go with
Right.
the found wallet and try to get a meeting angle.
Yeah, sure.
When you hadn't encountered your other ghoul yet, so we hadn't got set into stone like we had with Matt what your line was. Because Matt's line was very honest. Vampire cops are after you. Lay low.
Yes.
What was your line? While they were still
Well,
suggestible.
while they were still there and suggestible, was, "This is weird, but it's going to keep you safe. We'll reach out in the near future and make sure you're protected." That sounds like something Fox would have said in the moment.
Okay. Not much instruction there to not break the masquerade about it.
Uh,
But this is probably your first time doing this.
it
So,
absolutely is.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, only
live, you
one
learn.
success on a retroactive intelligence check, so probably didn't think of it.
Yeah. Well, you're realizing that now,
Fuck.
but not much you can do about it.
All right.
You've got her address from her license.
Yep.
Are you driving up there?
I think I'm gonna call first.
Okay. With the running around and stuff, it's probably about 10 p.m., which is on the barrier of an acceptable time to call people. Certainly in the gray zone. Let
Definitely.
me see.
You want to do
All right.
this, or
Yeah, if you can just like help me out, get a little coaching, I guess.
okay? Well, 6 ghouls, man. That wow.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
mean, I get it. I get it.
Hey,
Back against
we've
the wall. No judgment. Just wow. That is a headache and a half. All right. So look, the key is this is a high society lady. She's used to being in charge. She's used to, she's a fucking art critic. She's gonna have opinions on everything, regardless of whether you want to hear them or not. Okay, but she wants to feel like she's the center of her universe right now. So you gotta lay on the charm a little bit. You know what I mean? You gotta make her
got
think that
it.
right now she's the most important person on planet Earth right now, even if you gotta lie through her teeth about it.
All right.
So just try to be suave, Try to don't use the V word quite yet. Just try to
No,
make
right.
you're just a good Samaritan checking in on a lady in distress.
Good angle. Thanks.
Well, payphone or Scarlet Lounge? Use
Payphone.
the office. Payphone. Wonderful. Well, park. You sidle into the phone booth. Give it a little dial. After a few rings. Yes, hello.
Amy, hello. We met the other night at the gallery.
Oh. Oh. I haven't been able to get in contact with anybody else who was there. Can I get a quote from you?
I'd love to meet with you about that. And in fact, I have your wallet with all your cards and IDs, and I can return that to you at the same time.
Oh, that's where that went. What was your name again?
Name's Fox.
Fox. Simple. Short. All right.
To the
Make for good branding. Anyway, yes, certainly. I'm gonna need that for driving tomorrow. Does it still have any cash in it? My card's still there?
cards are all good. I think some of the cash was taken. I saved as much as I could.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I could swing by before work tomorrow. You give me a place of work, place of residence.
Definitely more of a nighttime meeting, if that's possible for you.
That's an odd way to phrase that. What? Why?
I'm unfortunately occupied during the day. It's going to have to be a little later on. I can explain in more detail when we meet.
Make me a manipulation plus subterfuge.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and rouse manipulation. I do not
Uh,
get hungrier. Yay.
Does he get any bonus dice at all for me coaching him beforehand?
Yes, actually. Roll the same dice roll and give half your successes.
Okay. Just mouthing at him like suave the entire time.
Wow. Yeah, no.
I'm trying here.
Talk better.
Trying here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, not a crit. Good.
Are we rounding up or rounding down?
Oh no.
But rounding down, unfortunately.
Okay, you know what? Fox needs a win, so I'll spend willpower.
Thank you.
Difficulty of 4.
Okay, so you get 2 success. You get 2 free
Okay.
successes.
And I got 3, so that brings it to 5.
Yes. Yes.
By our
With
powers
coaching.
combined.
We almost don't suck.
Hey, it worked out with your coaching. You managed to ease her suspicions a little bit, and she'll hem and she'll haw, and finally she tries to name a fancy cafe, realizing they're all closed. Tries to think of restaurants, they're all closed. Gets
I
a
know well, I make the suggestion. I know it's not necessarily the sort of art you usually work with, but I know an up-and-coming tattoo parlor.
a tattoo parlor. I mean, it is Portland.
Add to the intrigue a little bit.
Yeah, I've done a tattoo parlor piece before, but the artist didn't much care for my opinion, so I've avoided that particular niche ever since. You don't perhaps know Jordan Dexter, do you? You might know him like very, very, very tangentially as a tattoo artist in Portland.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard the name, but never met the guy.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, are tattoo parlors open this late?
yes.
All right, fine. Why a tattoo parlor?
It's a good quiet meeting place, and it's also my place of business.
Oh, it's your tattoo parlor. Okay, fine. I'll be there in half an hour. Yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah, I know. Oh, I gotta do. Yeah, it's about my wallet. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll be safe. All right, all right. Sorry, my harridan of a husband. I will be over there in 20 minutes, maybe 30,
Sounds good. I
and
will see you then.
she'll hang up.
Okay.
Fox, buddy. I get
What?
that I get it's an unconventional situation, but that is not the way to get somebody to get to a secondary location.
No, no, it's not. That's not the sort of skills I've got.
He's a primary location kind of feeder.
Yeah. All right. I'll let others do the talking next time. I hear you.
Look, you get an A+ for effort, buddy. Maybe maybe just a C- for execution.
Well, headed to the tattoo parlor from here?
Yes.
I guess the rest. Well, I have to ask. Do you want backup in case shit goes sideways?
Yes,
Because
please.
I can calm people down if
That's
they get.
that would be excellent. I can have a little bit of dominate training. So,
But
but that's only goes so far.
because let's face it, I look like the sort of guy who would be hanging around a tattoo parlor at 10 p.m.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I taught him.
Huh. That's
Better than a cudgel to the back of the head.
it's
Cudgel to the back
true.
of the head, she shrugged, and with less brain damage.
Yeah, no, that was gonna be my thing. So
Yeah, so
We haven't
prefer
run
not
any studies, though, so we don't know that it's no brain damage.
I'd prefer not to lure someone's wife to a secondary location in the middle of the night than knock her out. I can only.
right. Okay. So we
Yeah.
have
I'm convinced if I just call them.
Go ahead and describe your tattoo parlor thought.
okay. Tattoo parlor is a brick and mortar sort of build-up thing with it's like in an older strip mall I'm picturing with there's like a liquor store a little bit down and maybe a copy center that's just closed
Yeah.
during the night so Fox never has to deal with it. There's some graffiti art around the side that's like actually cool graffiti art of like a hawk, just kind of graffiti art on the side of the building. Inside there's let's see. I actually don't know. I've not been much to tattoo parlors, so I'm not sure of actual layout. But yeah, there's sort of like a reception area, and then there's a few, not necessarily separate rooms, but sort of sectioned off areas for tattoo work and prep area in the back.
Yeah, very at the back has a door that is easy enough to listen through or crack and live with folks. And it connects to a further darker back room that doesn't have windows, but does have a stairs downwards.
Escape hatch.
The postern.
Le Postern.
We're gonna have to get another point in postern to connect to the apartment complex.
No, I think that you actually currently do, counting the alley between you that has the fire escape.
Oh, okay.
There's
Okay.
a back
Okay.
exit that leads straight to the other.
Alright, so worst case scenario, we knock her the fuck out and move her to keep left sock company. And hope that your strange dog doesn't take bites out of her. Yeah. Well, we just found we got a chunk of human gray matter and
Looks can be
Tupperware.
deceiving.
Well,
Never gonna let. You're never gonna.
Nope.
You're never gonna let. Nah, that's fair. That's fair.
well, as you're chatting, looking over everything, a car pulled up out front. It is a shiny black BMW.
Oh boy.
Amy Cartwright steps out of the passenger door.
You know what?
Possibly.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because again, I'm the sort of person. I'm gonna tell Jackson to hide in the back, for the time being, and just in case, just in case, since I'm the sort of person who, again, looks like he hangs out in a tattoo parlor at 10 p.m., I'm gonna walk out the front door like I'm leaving and shout back to Fox, like, "Hey, thanks again, man. Appreciate it." And I'm gonna make it to look like I'm leaving, when in reality, I'm gonna find a good place to keep an eye on whoever's in the driver's side of that car.
Wonderful.
Go night night indeed.
Everybody except for Fox and Mike going in the side or in the back room.
I think
Or
so.
with
Is Matt hanging out?
I'm invisible, so I can pretty much hang
Okay.
out in any room you'd like me to be in.
That's true, yes. We
It
have
takes
Matt
a
at the
village.
ready.
I'm just
Takes a
gonna say Matt
village.
instinctually turned invisible when the car pulled up. Everybody
Pretty
looked
much.
away. Suddenly,
We're used to it by now.
Eh.
instinctual Batman.
I was gonna say instinctual fawn response, but
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, then make me a manipulation plus stealth hybrid.
I will do that. Where's the dice channel? God damn it. Every time I find it and then I lose it. What would you say? What's the difficulty?
Difficulty on this, I'm gonna say it's gonna scale, but 2's the floor.
Alright. Oh, do I wanna? No, I'll burn another point of willpower. Okay, 3 successes.
3 successes. That is enough. He will be too busy watching his wife walk into the tattoo parlor, slipping in before the door closes in a nice fur coat and umbrella against the pouring rain.
Yeah. Basically, I'm heightened sensing my sight so I can keep an eye on hubby just in case
Yeah.
he tries to go in, I can intercept him before that happens.
You will notice and be able to act before he so much as leaves the vehicle.
I do also have rapid reflexes, so
That's what I mean.
Yay.
When his hand goes to that doorknob, you will be in action.
Yep.
Well, for everyone else listening at the door, you hear the jingle and the footsteps and the drip and splatter of an umbrella being shaken. Stormy night.
We
What's
get a
going
lot
on?
of those, don't we?
Especially this time of year. I'm just glad it's not snowing. Where my husband is. He had to drive.
Of course. Come right in, and
She's
She-
standing maybe 5-6 feet inside the door.
he gestures over to the sort of consultation area by the reception desk where there's a couple of chairs. He
Yeah.
goes over and offers a chair for her,
Yeah.
pulls it out a little.
She'll just sit down next to the reception area. It's pretty close to the door, seeing as people are meant to go there first. So she'll sit and
Yeah.
watch you fiddle around behind the desk, assumedly.
Yep, and he sits as well and takes out the wallet, hands it back there. So, I really need to ask what you remember about the other night.
I was hoping to ask you the same thing.
I imagined you were. I'm sorry for not reaching
Well,
out quicker. First, have you talked to anyone about what you may have thought you saw or did see and don't want to admit?
I mean, I know what I saw. It's whether or not it was real is the question, isn't it?
That is the absolute question. I can answer that
But
for I can answer that for you.
I've got I've got a piece ready for printing. My review of the art gallery. I dare say it would singe the hairs of the most stoic reader. But
I imagine so.
if I publish it,
In all the, shall we say, bloody glory.
then they'll just think I'm insane unless I can get
Miss
other
Cartwright,
eyewitnesses.
I am sorry to tell you that if you print that, they won't just think you're insane. There are people who will silence you.
Are you one of those people? She says it flatly, like she suspected it, but that she's not with malice or with anger or with accusation. Just a flat state, just a flat question. Are you one
I'm
of those people?
I am the person reaching out to try to find another solution. I'm not going to be one of those people. Those are other people very specifically. I would not have a hand in it, but I am
I'm a
connected to
critic,
that.
Mr. Fox. I know a veiled. I know a euphemism when I hear one.
Mm,
I know that you're coming at me with a carrot, but by a carrot, I know there must be a stick. She frowns a little bit.
yes, I'm not a fan of the stick myself. So,
Well, how does the carrot taste? What's in it for me if I keep quiet about this?
access to some unique resources. Have you felt a bit different these last few days?
She starts to say something, stops, considers her words. Make me a charisma plus persuasion.
Okay.
Difficulty is 2 because of the blood bond you've got.
Fox doing social roll. Everyone hold your horses. Or hold on to your butts. Wait a minute.
Hold on to your horse's butt.
Okay.
I believe in you, man. I believe in you.
Okay. Ooh. That is 4
Swab.
successes.
4 success.
Yes.
Very nice.
Two
Very
two of
nice.
them fell out of the dice tray, and I had to be like, wait, which? There, you. Hey, good.
Yay. Good dice. Good dice.
Good dice. Good dice. Pets for dice.
Well, she pauses. I have felt different, better than I've felt in years. I'm not getting any younger. She'll look at her hand. She's maybe 35, maybe 40.
Getting younger isn't
Well,
necessarily something any more than plastic. Even plastic surgery can't do that.
no, and
But that bit of vitality, that reclaimed
I've
energy.
felt better. My skin has felt better. I've honestly had to use half the makeup. She laughed a little bit. My husband hasn't even noticed,
Hmm.
but I know. What? There's one thing that I remember that I thought must be a dream, must have been hallucination. The one thing that didn't fit. She avoiding your gaze for most of this, more out of a mammalian sense of submission than a fear of your vampiric gaze. She finally meets your eyes. I remember you giving me your blood drink. Did that happen?
It did.
Is that why I
That's
felt
why,
better?
yes. And you'll continue feeling better if you drink more.
Can I have more?
You can.
She
And
gets the
and
look on
he
her face.
he sort of makes a vague gesture back to the tattoo parlor and says, "I I have I'm a licensed artist. I have medical training. Conditions were far from ideal at that time, but going forward, it can be a lot cleaner, a lot more precise."
She's still processing that that she can have more of the thing that
Hmm.
she got, and she's just got this jaw dropped expression and pulls herself together and gets more of a business like look on her face. She squints at you. Are you? What are you?
That's a complex question.
I have my suspicion.
You might have a few words dancing around in your head. Absolutely. It's not exactly that. You're not exactly wrong, but you're not exactly right.
Is this why we had to meet tonight?
Not much of a day person. The night suits me just fine. So yes.
She will flip out a little PDA and start clicking through it. Wednesdays. You want my silence and my continued activities, of course. Wednesdays. I'll visit you or you'll visit me, and I'll take my side of the bargain.
I find that very amenable.
Make me a wits and finance.
Sure. I have finance.
Yeah, make me a wits and finance roll.
Willpower. Save me willpower. Okay, you saved me willpower. 2 successes.
2 successes. 2 successes. Once a week is a bit much. That's real high
That's-
maintenance for a ghoul.
That is.
You're able to haggle her down to once every other week.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
it may be
with
worth
that,
renegotiating after she's drank.
That's true. Yeah, after a couple meetings, it'll be pretty easy to, or considerably easier to sway that.
considering your blood bond, once every 3 weeks
Okay,
is what you'll be able to haggle her to.
okay, that will work.
Excellent. There.
Sweet.
Wonderful. Well, then she will give a sort of handshake. She'll offer her hand for a handshake.
He shakes it
She
happily.
will stand up and say, "Do you have a business card?"
I do,
Good. My husband is going to ask.
of course. I'd expect nothing less.
I'll have to decide what kind
And
of tattoo to get. She smiles and thinks to herself.
oh, sorry, I didn't get. What did she say?
She smiles and says to herself, "I'll have to think what kind of tattoo to get. I'll pay you for them, of course,
Naturally,
but the receipts will help with the story." She'll wink.
I have a wide variety, so
The story for my husband. She'll
yes,
emphasize.
of course. Don't want him
As
to
for
be suspicious or
as for the other
upset.
story, it will not consider it deleted.
Thank you for that.
And
The city would be lesser without your wit.
she gives a sharp smile. "Oh please, you've never read my publication." She gives a sharp smile. "Oh please, you've never read a story I've written." And she walks out.
Fox just sits there for a minute, just like, "Ugh, this is why I never ghouled anyone." Yeah, it's a fucking hassle.
Real quick outside, the husband was getting progressively more and more anxious watching them sit and talk, and a couple of times looked like he might be about to honk the horn, but thought better of it. But that was the most intense that he got about it.
Oh, good.
This-
So she's got him a bit on a leash. That's good to know.
She gets in the passenger side, shows off a business card and her wallet, and they drive off.
Mike, soaking wet because he's been standing out in the rain this entire time, but generally looking a bit more relieved, walks in, just like suave.
15-minute warning.
I throw Mike a towel.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's about as suave as I get.
well, I mean, it definitely could have gone worse. I was this close to punching out her husband. I would have felt bad about it, obviously,
Yep.
afterwards. But in the moment, we really didn't need the get your hands off my wife routine.
I made sure to be mostly in view and not touch her, so.
Your next appointment is scheduled for tomorrow.
Okay. She'll be back tomorrow for a appointment. So can count on full silence there. We don't need to worry about an art critic breaking the masquerade. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. No, she's down. No. Nope, she'll be getting some tattoos, probably quite tasteful.
She seems clever. She's trying to cut that off the past.
Yep. She had that figured out already. I would have suggested it, but she was already there.
As a 1-dot ghoul, she is very talented, but not terribly loyal. Yep.
Yep.
She
Okay.
could be upgraded.
Could be worth invested in that. Yes.
She's got
It
connections.
is indeed.
Looking at the stack of business cards in her wallet.
Yes, she does.
Right.
Well,
I'm bushed. There is Jack. There is something I mean to talk to you about. Kind of looks at Fox for a second.
Fox is like, private conversation?
Yeah, you mind if we just head out?
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, if you want to have it here, that costs extra. He says stone-faced and then smiles like half a beat later.
She'll make out. Your new ghoul's a bad influence. We'll make a remorseless capitalist out of you yet.
Not fucking likely.
No. Yeah. Apartment's good. Wait, is Lily back at the apartment?
Lily's been tagging along with you the whole time.
Ah, okay. This is something that I actually want to talk with away from Lily.
She starts to tag along with you.
Just give me a second with the kid, would you?
Sure, I'll be downstairs, she says with a sly grin as she notices the fortune teller sign.
Yeah, well, don't get too excited.
There's
And
a
don't
fortune
pay.
teller that lives underneath your apartment.
And don't pay in advance.
You have to
Call
pay
after her.
for prophecy or it won't come true.
That's not.
Prophet told me that one.
Okay, yep, you do. Live your life, girl.
Yeah.
Alright. So I assume she gave you the Golconda talk? Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now that you're not going to hear from any other Salubri, but is something that every Salubri should probably hear at least once. It's bullshit. No, let me finish. Golconda is a fucking city in India. It's not. Kid, she came here and got herself torpid because she thought there was maybe a 10% chance of her running into a Methuselah who is, in all likelihood, long dead via sunrise suicide. Yeah, because I didn't want to say this while she was in earshot, but you don't want to know the real reason why you currently got fangs and a sunlight allergy? Yeah, she was.
Something about the conversation makes you want to soften your words a little bit. The blood bond to Jackson is there.
I did. So I'm trying to find a way to put this. Look, you ran into her at the cafe, right? Right, but right, I know. And then she talked you up, and you got to chatting, and maybe you didn't understand every third thing she was saying, but it's Lily, so you just kept coming back for more because you just wanted to be in the presence of that kind of enthusiasm, like somebody who actually it seemed to have her shit together, more or less, right? Right. Well, you're not the first, kid. No. He looks you dead in the eye. You're not the first, kid.
No, make a wits and insight, Jack.
Wits and subtext.
I'm really
It's two
trying here.
subterfuge. Difficulties 2.
I'm being as transparent as possible. Yeah.
There's a flash that of yourself in 30 years as cynical and as beaten down as you view Mike to be, and you get that's what he means.
She didn't she didn't embrace me. We got the same sire, but she is you can draw a direct line between me me wanting to impress a girl when I was at a really impressionable age and me turning into a literal blood-sucking monster. So I'm telling you right now, she means well. All right, she's not a malicious person, which is like more than I can say for half the licks you're probably going to meet, but she doesn't know what she's talking about. Not really, because nobody does. That's the problem.
She doesn't know any more than the rest of us. Willfully misinterpreted.
Our sire wanted to go back to her life, and instead she made a bunch of bouncing baby Salubri and me.
And with that, we will switch over if there's any last bits that Fox and Matt want to say before we end here. Any last scene that they want to do as the others have left. It's about midnight or so.
Can I try Spag's home phone number, presuming no one will pick up?
You are correct that no one picks up. It goes straight to an answering machine. Hi, this is James Spag, Director of TVAP at
Hey.
Oregon Broadcast. If you leave a message after the tone, I'll give you a call back as soon as I can. Bye. Beep.
I hang up before the beep.
Okay.
I have those other phone numbers, but I'll save those for another night and end to whatever customers remain.
Yeah, I think Fox is back over, has closed up the tattoo shop as much as it's ever closed when he's around. And
The parlor and checking to see if Candy's awake.
yeah, checking in there, checking in with Matt too. It's like, ugh. Ghouls are a hassle, but let's hope we can turn this into something positive.
I don't know why you bother lying to yours. Seems way easier to just tell them what's going.
I think I want a bit more trust on that end first.
Yeah, and you've got a sample size of 2, Matt, and it worked half the time.
That's true.
All right.
Yep, GG, 3XP, have a good day. We will see you next week.
We will
Hey,
all.
GG,
Yeah.
everybody. If anybody needs...
Talk to y'all later.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I'll see y'all next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.